Hello, and how is everybody doing? How is everybody feeling? Hopefully, you are feeling fantastic and having a fabulous day. I am on here to talk about you don't have to keep up with anybody. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to keep up with Benjamin M. Like, you don't have to. And for what? You know? So, welcome. I feel that a lot of it, well, a lot of our things, or a lot of reasons why we do things come from our upbringing. And sometimes we don't understand it because it's, that has become the norm for us. But then when you get away from it, if you are able to get away from it, you kind of think like, that wasn't, normal. It was actually dysfunctional. So I find that when you are more aware of those things and why you do things that you do, you have the choice to either become that or stir away from it. And I am definitely different from a lot of people in my family, and this is just to throw this out here. This is not to say that they or me or whoever, we're not better than anybody. This has nothing to do with, oh, I'm doing this because I'm better than them or they're better than me. This has nothing to do with it. A lot of it has to do with what we desire. And for me, I never wanted to, live in a big old fancy house, and I've lived with, different types of people in my life, and I've had really good experiences with living in different environments, different types of settings. For me, what I found that works for me is less is more. And for a lot of people, they don't understand that. But, I've gotten to the point where you don't have to understand why I prefer something. Because, my life may not be for you. And your life may not be for me. And there's nothing that there's wrong with it. But I refuse to live a life trying to keep up with other people. And I see that a lot in society. It's a lot of hustle and bustle and a lot of, I want to do this and I want to be viewed this way and I want to have this type of status, and again, it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with that. It's all in the intentions. I don't have my intentions is to live a life that is as peaceful as it can be. Now, I do understand there's going to be stressors in life. I experience stress every day. But getting back to my intentions of why I do things and why I want to live a certain way, not basically the norm for most people. I am looking forward to living in an RV. And this is something that I thought about doing on and off. And then I thought, okay, I want to retire and do that and travel the world. But then I thought, why do I have to wait for that? If it's something that I desire, why do I have to wait? Why should I limit myself, right? And this goes back to living your life, living your truth, and being the person you want to be. I like the simplicities in life, and I've seen this happen with friends and associates and stuff like that, where it's almost like people are in competition with each other. And to me, it's just kind of weird, because instead of being happy for that person, you'll sometimes see people jealous of whoever they're admiring or whatever, or you see people trying to keep up with them. So my thing is, all of those things to me are not genuine. And my thing is, it's like I see people who appear to have it together, and I am genuinely happy for them. But I also find that because I'm happy for them or other people, it doesn't mean that my life has to look like theirs. For me, when I see people living their truth and being successful in their life, I'm inspired by that, because it makes me want to be successful within myself and find my own personal happiness. And that's what makes it personal. Your happiness is not going to look like someone else's happiness. And it doesn't have to. Sometimes we get that idea in our head that because we are not living up to society's standards, then we're not successful. That we are, a piece of, crap. And that's not true. We don't all have to live a life according to these standards, these made up standards that we didn't create for ourselves. So I want people to be inspired in a way that inspires them on a personal level, but not in a way that they're inspired, but they are wanting to match or have, an identical life to someone who they're inspired by. We are individuals, although we come together, as a society. I feel that you lose your personal touch because you're trying to keep up with other people. And when you're trying to keep up with other people, you lose yourself. Like, do you even know who you are? Do you even know the things that you like? Do you even know the things that you value and cherish? Or are you so, focused on the next person that you're almost like a cardboard copy of them? Like, do you want to be a cut and paste, from somebody else? I don't know. I value individuality very, very, very much. And it's almost becoming rare these days. People unfortunately lose themselves into following someone else's dreams, and they don't even know who they are. And then they, start acting differently. And it's just a sight to see. Or sometimes you start becoming an individual, you start becoming more aware of who you are, and then you start noticing things around you. And it's like, do I want to be a part of that? No, I really don't. So for me, it's, from what I've been seeing a lot lately, it's like, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a cut and paste or a cardboard copy of someone else. Like, I am my own person, and I respect and value her. And for me, less is more. And, everybody's priorities are different too. So a lot of people who are trying to keep up with other people, they tend to put a lot of energy into other people. So that energy is not really coming from their own source. It's coming from someone else's. And that's the thing that's kind of scary to me, because almost like a virus, and I hate to use this comparison, but here it is. But it's like it's contagious, right? So, and then you start being around people because of the environment and because you want to keep up with them, you are making different sacrifices so you can continue being around that group and whatnot, for whatever reason, for if it's for a status or anything like that. So I don't know, it just fascinates me, because it's like, well, what do you truly value as yourself, and what do you value in other people? Is it on a material level, or is it on a status level, or is it on a deeper level? So it's, it's a lot of things. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long because it looks like I'm getting past 10 minutes now. I just wanted to come on here and hopefully inspire someone that you don't have to keep up with everybody, anybody. You don't have to. Ask yourself and become more aware of why you're doing what you're doing. Why you want to make that purchase, or why you want to go to that event, or you know what I mean? Like, live life and have fun, but be more intentional, right? Be more intentional of why you're doing things, and also be more aware of the abundance around you. Sometimes we feel that we have to keep up, and deep down we don't really have anything going within ourselves. So it's almost like you're putting a band-aid over stuff. It's like you're putting a band-aid over all these different wounds because we don't want to address those things, and instead cover them up. So yeah, I hope I inspire somebody out there, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.